Good morning. Thank you for tuning in online, and thank you for coming. This morning, come to my thought. I just want to talk about English called fate, F-A-T-E, fate. Chinese called 命运, M-I-N-G, 命, 运, Y-U-N. So the English have a little limitation on this subject. Okay? We have called 命 and 运. 命, M-I-N-G, 命, life, a physical life. From beginning to the end, it's called life. 运 mean what? Experience, mean a pathway, mean luck. You see, whole fate missing that the whole thing over that side. Right? Not just the life, not just the fate, but having what? The experience of the life journey. You take the journey, you got experience. Right? And you also, what kind of luck, what kind of quality of journey. That's called 运. Okay? 运 is like transportation, transporting, traveling. That's called 运. Okay? So we're transporting goods from one location to another location, lead what? To move. That's called 运. So 命 and 运. You see, our human is different from animal. Right? Animal doesn't think so much like humans. Our humans always have hungry for knowledge. We have great desire to recognize things. We want to know why, what, when, how, where. Right? We keep having all kind of thinking. So through the beginning of a life, through the moment you're born, I say, what happened? I'm here again. At the end of life, say, where am I going now? Right? So the human thinking a lot. With all the thinking, so we come with the called knowledge. Right? The knowledge. And so the 运 is a part of the knowledge. Because we keep thinking, keep discovering, keep getting recognition with the what? With the world, with the relationship, with the job, with the political. We know so much, so it's become the way how I recognize the world. It's become my living philosophy. Right? How should I be nice with you? Right? How should I pursuing job? Right? So this become my personal experience and personal philosophy. So we quite often say, what is your living philosophy? Right? What is your living philosophy? So 运, so-called 运 is a part of living philosophy. It's how we living philosophy. So it's not just owning a fate. Right? So what do you mean of this? So first thing, let's understand what is called 命运. What is called the fate. Okay? 命, we call it is from pre-heaven. You can't control it. Right? Your mom and your dad make you. Can you control that? We can't control that. Alright? So 命 is a pre-heaven condition. For example, what kind of DNA? Right? Ma and dad's DNA is made to you, so you have a DNA that you cannot control with. What family are you born with? Can't control. What country? What region? Right? What kind of the condition that you're born with? Your family is rich or poor or very peasant? Right? Or being a politician family? Can't change. Right? Can't change, right? And also, what's the relationship between you and all the animal world? Can you change? You can't change. Those are the things that we call a pre-heaven condition. Pre-heaven condition. That's just to name the field. To name the field. So those things that we call, we can't control it. But what's called 运? 运 is post-heaven. Post-heaven is mean what? We can move around, we can change around. It's a direction that we change. So was in transportation from A to Z has a million ways. Million ways we can transport our life from one to B, right? So let's say same birthday person, your same day is born, But one born in China, one born in the United States is different. Right? One born on a farmer's family like me, the other one born with the Bill Gates family. Oh, that's different. Right? Someone born as Donald Trump children, you can do whatever they want, but you can't. You can't. So you can see that the yun, they subject to where what family you belong to, right? What region you grown up with, what kind of education you receive, what environment that society, community where you grown up with, right? What the location like weather can change your personality, what kind of food you eat can change. A very conscious mother feeds her children with all organic, all vegan style food, versus the other one just keep feeding it with McDonald's, all fast foods, all kind of, unhealthy food. It grows different too. You got it? So, interesting. And someone had a higher education in Harvard University, same intelligent person couldn't afford it, he go to the Denver University. Oh, it's different, right? So you can see what's called life experience. According to post-heaven condition, it changed our fate, our life, right? Same intelligent person, someone sitting there as a politician, someone sitting there as a scientist, someone is still there riding a horse as a wrangler. You see what I mean? So it's what the fate it's also growing post-heaven condition. Post-heaven condition. So alone pre-heaven condition we cannot change. We only have one pair, Dad and Ma. We can't change Dad and Ma. DNA is what cannot change. Family condition we can't change. Okay, a lot of things we can't change, but a lot of things that we can make the change. The post heavens often change. A very poor guy grow up in a farm, but the farm is a very perseverance. Do not bow down his fate. Do not, just give in. So be my dad, my grandpa, great-great-grandpa, all farmers, so I should be farmer. Not necessarily true, right? So one stand up and say, I will change my fate. I will change my yun. My life, my experience will change. So what? Go for it. So it's very tenacious, perseverance, set the goals, go out, travel out of your own comfort zone, right? Looking for the noble man, study very hard, right? Spending extra time. Because between stupid and smart, only difference is how much time do you want to spend. Understand that? Not necessarily you are absolutely smart or absolutely stupid. It's about how much are you willing to invest. Right? You invest more time, more harder studies, more compassionate to life. You change. You change. Just like we often say, interesting, the rich people may not become immortal, happen to be farmer, often to become immortal. Right? So it's what the people who grown up poor, they understand humanity more than the people who grown up Bill Gates' family do not understand what's called suffering. Understand that? Because you don't understand what have this meal and miss next meal. That feeling. You understand that? You have very wealthy family do not understand what's called disease. You don't understand that. You don't even know how to put your underwear on. Right? Something like that. Because you're always being served, rather than you actively control your life. Am I right? So sometimes a great condition not necessary. It's good for you. Because it might make you lose the actively control your life. It make you lose your life, become very passive to follow the Jenna, for example, say, I born with the gold silver spoon. Well, do you think that's very nice? it might just make you totally nose, you know. You might have to, for the rest of your life, have to somebody wipe your ass. Right? So it could be us. Sorry, my language. Try to be funny. Okay? So what I meant is what? Life, to be in control or to be controlled, it's up to you how you look at the what? The material world. Sometimes you really want to control lots of material, but happen turn around material, it does possess you, control you, right? We thought we're going to make more money, more powerful, because I want to be as powerful as Bill Gates. Then you know what? Then you lose everything on the way going. You know, sometimes we need to understand what life is about. You know, are you satisfied with yourself? Right? Do you understand that you can actually follow your own life pattern to make the change? Right? So, yet we may not come with a very advantaged family. We're born in a disadvantaged family. But does not mean for the rest of my life, I has to be passive. Had to be second or third class citizen. You know what I'm saying? The person's what? Person can pursue in life with passion. Okay, can pursue a life with dedication, devotion, and discipline. Okay, you can change your life. And a change life moment is not because I'm too old to change now, life is suck, you know. No, we can change anytime. You know, it doesn't matter we're 50, 70 years old, we can still make the change. As long as we're willing to make the change. So life and luck, life and experience. Experience just like, you know, we can't change the what? We can't change, for example, we play a chess ball. We can't change the principle game playing. Huh? Okay, we game playing, okay, from A to Z, right? You gotta get the king, got a queen, right? We got a queen, oh fine. So this is a rule regulation we can't change, but you know what? How I get you, I have millions away. Am I right? How I get your queen is millions away. So in other words is what? It's up to you how to create your life. How to create your strategy. To create strategy, you must have passion about it. When we into the playing game, it's not about win or lose. It's about feeling. It's about journey. It's about how I get there. It's every step how I felt about it. Right? Sometimes you gain, sometimes you lose by gaining. You know, you got to learn that to understand so you could balance in your what? Feeling on the journey from A to Z. Understand? So a lot of people take it very, very important about winning. Okay? Sometimes it's not about winning. It's about feeling. It's about experience. That's what we call yun. Okay? Yun, transporting. Transport your life from there to there. It's about feeling. And you wish you have a straight path. You know what I'm saying? You go, boo, that's easy. You get queen. It doesn't happen that way. You have to find a lot of ways, zigzag, and get there. Right? Quite often is what? Straight through the curve. You know, your curve to get the straight. So it does not happen. Just like Tai Chi form is beautiful. Tai Chi's every movement is a curving. It's circular movement. Circular movement to deploy the very straight power and force. Life is just like that. Okay? Our life is like a force from A to Z. From the moment you're born to the moment your journey ends. It's like a force going forward. And this mystical, invisible force that requires you do not think like A to Z straight. You gotta think like Tai Chi. You gotta think like a river pursuing from the high mountain to the lower ground. How do they do it? They learn how to zigzag yielding. Okay, they always yield to the challenge in front of them, but very perseverance, one destination. Do you get it? That is what we call yun. Okay, how do we transport our life? By circulate. Right? Zigzag, persevering, focus, with the passion. We learn down with the passion and get there. And that's what I call the what? Ming, yun. Get it? So do not blame about your mother does not have great money. Understand that? Don't blame about daddy and mommy don't have ability to make you become a superhuman being. It does not. We might born in the what? A family, that's our fate. You call it fate. Well, that fate is not just come from today. It sometimes come from thousands of years you accumulate with. In our religion, we often call it reincarnation. What you have done, what you have experienced, how much quality of life, that experience that you accumulate with, that's how you deploy in this life. What your relationship with anything that bring into this life is a reflecting. It's like a parallel realm. Parallel frequency. We live in the parallel frequency. Just like you and your grandparents and your grandchild now is parallel frequency. How they affecting and reflecting each other. It's you may not see doesn't mean it's not there. So life is reflecting each other. So we gotta understand it. So we receive it humbly, bow to the what we have. Okay? Just like, those crazy movies show like Iron Chef. Right? This is a kitchen, you go get it, and this is all. Whatever material in front of you, you make the what? You make the best. And whoever win it, then you win. So anyway, you make the best. I'm sure every dish is wonderful. Understand it? The key is what? What you born with, what family, what location, what condition, what DNA, what intelligence, what relationship between you and all the animal world. Those are the what we call the Ming. That's called life. And that life we receive with humble gratitude, with passion. We receive it, and then that's material we have to begin with our life. Do you get it? Now, decide what do you do about it. This is the Ming that you receive, then how do you make the win? How do you make the change? How do you make adventure of it? Right? How do you create your life? How passionately you create about this life? You make the change. Many people, bow, kneel down and give in to it. That's all I have, life suck. Okay, fine. Then you really become passive, really think, okay, well, what can I do, That's all I have. I wish to construct a whole great wall, but I don't have a piece of metal, I don't have pieces, brick. How can I make a great wall? Well, you create it. Learn how to make a brick. Learn the masonry skill. Learn how to ground out all the people who are passionate about making this great wall together with you. You see what I mean? That's what called life is about. How do you make the journey is rounds out the same type of passionate people, learning all the skill, very creative in your life, then will make a change. So that's called Ming Yun. Okay? Second, I'd like to make point. In Chinese, they often say 结束, J-I-E, 结束, S-H-U, 结束. 结 means a disaster. 数 it means a quantity of disaster. Well, life does have a lot of disaster once in a while, don't we? Can you control your born and death? Everybody be born, everybody die. Can you control it? No. Okay. That's called 结束. Do you understand that? Somehow you can control your sickness. You get sick. Can control that. And that's called 结束. Understand? So you can change, sometimes you can change quality of your wealth, prosperity. Right? And so sometimes people say the 结束 is what? When you become like high, position like Donald Trump is a high quality, right? President. He still cannot run away his 结束. Understand that? He gets in a position still now being, attacked by all different directions too, right? So this is the Jesu in our life. Sometimes in our life is so many what? Unbearable, blockage. This is like a blockage. So when many people see this blockage, they give in. They kneel down, they kiss the ground and say, okay, whatever life, is it so fine, did it to me, I gave into it already, right? It's fine, whatever, I getting cancer already, okay, life, really, no, not fair to me, right? I'm gonna waiting for death, right? People think it that way. When Jesus happened, when there's some unbearable, looks like very high blockage in front of you, you gave in. It's easy to throw the towel. It is very challenging to put the glove on and fight. Understand? It is easy. Pooh, I'll give up. But it takes somebody a stronger spirit and very strong passion for humanity that will stop fighting. Yin is control in your life, my friends. Okay? So meaning it can be all kind of blockage in your life. In a different timing it shows up. For example, every lady here, you wish to marry to a wonderful man. Am I right? Good man. But you happen to be like go on, you grow apart. It's not what you wish for. So what do? So when your life comes, every man is bad. I will not marry to the no more man. That's called giving the towel. Throw the towel. Right? And sometimes you might be saying, well, this is not for me then. Maybe I'm so good, so sexy, I deserve another better one. You see what I mean? That's a passion. That's called defeating the blockage. Defeating blockage. Understand? You say you look at the other person, you got $1 billion. Hey, I got $1. My $1 is pretty cool too. You see what I mean? So it's a feeling toward what? Toward recognition to this blockage. The more you look at blockage, the thicker and the taller it becomes. Understand? So what you see to do is Jesu. You gotta understand that I can defeat it. I can change that. Okay? What do you mean I can change it? Because I don't have to look at you. I don't have to give in to you. Okay? Life is very unbearable sometimes. Cancer come, you say, well, I can throw a towel and die. Or what? I can make the best of my life right now. Cancer just telling me I gotta go travel. Hey! Right? I gotta go have fun. So it's a perfect timing, great excuse to tell yourself, hey boss, I quit. I quit. I gotta go travel now. You see what I mean? So it depends, it's attitude and behavior in your life that defeat the blockage. Understand? Certain people say, as soon as they hear that you had cancer, and they immediately think DEATH. Isn't it death? No, don't look at it. You look at it, it's time for change. Good. Pat light, run and go and jump and fly. That's it. You pack it up and you fly. Then your life will start change. You see what I mean? Do not give in easily for the blockage or Jesu in front of you. And many people, they look at I Ching, like Chinese Taoism, we have I Ching or Ba Zhi. We call Ba Zhi. According to people's birth time and day, they look into you, you're supposed to be at 40 years old, you're going to die. Right? At the 50 something, you're going to have a car accident. Right? Existence at 60, you're going to have a cancer and you die. Right? And at 48, you're going to have a prosperity year. You're going to get so very rich. People can see that pattern. Okay? It is very mysterious when you understand I Ching. They do have certain pattern. Life has a certain pattern. Okay? They call it Niu Lian in Chinese. It's called Niu Lian, floating year. year floating. Every year has a different kind of metaphors and energy in your life. You get it? This year you can be this, this night can be that. So many people, when they see this, they say, oh my God, it's frozen. Next year I'm going to be broke. Oh, next year I'm going to be this. Right? Next year I'm going to be divorced. Say frozen. Okay? So you got to define, understand the 结束. When you understand the 结束, you say, okay, I'm not going to bow to it. I can change that. Because what? God create a human, make the certain mode, right? Yeah, you might look very fat, you might look very sexy. In the end, still one thing make important. We're still standing in front of a mirror. You know what I'm saying? We're still doing the what? Decorating our body, right? You know what I'm saying? We can decorate from outside to inside, everything decorated. We can put a makeup on and change differently. We put a mask on, we look very sexy. You know what I'm saying? We can still make the what? Change. In other words, who are really what? Control the fake. It's you. It's myself. Understand? So they give you certain light and fake. But it's up to us to decorate our life. Okay? But do you have passion to decorate it? If you feel so bad about yourself, and then you get out in the morning, you don't have motivation to put a makeup on. You don't want to dress nicely. You don't want to walk out of a room with happiness face. You don't smile. That's how your light go down the toilet. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's what? You change the fact. Okay, that's what we call the what? 命运. The third one we call 知命. 知, Z-H-I. 知命, M-I-N-G. Knowing your life. The third level is called knowing your life. In Taoism, a lot of Taoism priests and masters, they can read your life and understand, okay, this is your life. Okay? So I can tell you from the moment you're born to the moment you die, this is life journey. I can tell you every station what will happen. Right? You're going to be very rich next year. You're going to make a lot of money. Well, too bad. Next year you're going to be broke. Right? You're going to be so sick. Alright? So, you know this. Now what's called 知命, 知命, knowing your life, knowing your fate. Knowing, it's called accepting. It's called respecting. Okay? But does not mean you have to give into it. Does not mean it's absolutely going to be the way it is going to be, the way that's being told. Understand? It's like a pattern of frequency. What kind of frequency you join what frequency? You have to be very synchronized with life. Right? How do you synchronize? You got to know how to follow the pattern of your life. And continue rising your frequency to another level. How do we do that? For example, if I know that I'm going to be broke, right? Next year I'm going to be broke, right? Business are going to be broke. It's okay, fine. I understand this. I can start changing that. I can start changing. Maybe I can practice business more virtually. Maybe I can dispersing, helping more. Maybe you can understand how to do more virtually, how to find a way to improve quality of my service. To understand that. If I tomorrow are going to be so rich, you can think about, how do I do with my wealth? Okay? I'm so rich, so I should need what? Dispersing my wealth and helping more, the people, unfortunately, right? Do a certain project to improve quality of humanity and quality of community, right? So when you understand this, then you're balancing your issue. The positive, you're balancing with the negative. You're negative, then you're balancing with positive. You see? So 知命 means knowing your fate, knowing your life. Then you're changing and reprogramming your yun. Okay? You program your experience, how to experience your life. Oh, it would be wonderful if somebody tell me tomorrow what will happen, right? If I know tomorrow what will happen, so how do you can program it? You see what I mean? If you know tomorrow you're going to hit the lottery for 500 million, what would you do?
Buy the ticket.
Go buy a ticket today. That's correct. But now you got a program. What we do with the 500 million?
Yeah.
You got it? Because you don't think about it, you won't get it. Alright, so you have to have a plan and strategy for the journey. For the journey. Our life being born after today, 30, 40, 50 years already, our life. Have we really programming our journey? Understand that? We might not have ability to know it, but now if we look back at 50 years life, oh, I knew my life. A little bit too late, but I know it. Maybe I can find the pattern of it. Didn't have a wise man tell me about my life at 40, right? But that's okay. I now look back to 50 years my life. I knew I can find what? I can sort out a certain principle and certain pattern of my life. For example, I always an angry person. Well, angry person, what does it do to me? Right? I lose friends, I lose business, I lose money, right? I go to jail because I'm very angry. Right? Well, I'm angry, I start drinking and drunking, and then I become violent. Oh, that sucks. Right? So you start thinking about that. That's a pattern. This is the pattern. So you ask yourself, for next 50 years, how do you pattern it? Did I repeat the same pattern, or am I change the pattern a little bit? If I thinking about, I will repattern it, and I say, okay, I stop drinking. Right? I'm stop being angry. Right? I want to learn how to manage the anger. And there's a movement called managing anger management. Right? We saw the movie, right? Anger management. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we repattern us? We can learn from the old pattern to program new pattern. That's called what? 知命. Knowing your life, you can reprogram your journey. You see the man? Of course, it would be nice to consulting people who knows about I Ching, who knows about life pattern. Through 5,000 years, Taoism's program, they understand the studies about the human pattern and behavior and energetic level. So Taoism is famous for knowing the life. Okay, it's always called I Ching, Ba Gua, Zhi Wei Dou Su, astrology, facial reading, hands reading, bones reading, on the back, the mark on the back reading, right? It has all kind of reading, and they all digital number living, understand. So there's a lot of breaking through a lot of pattern. That's because 5,000 years experience around not together. Understand, they do know certain pattern, but doesn't mean you absolutely will follow the pattern like this. Is each person's doing differently. So you're consulting these people to understand the pattern, but now you need to take advice and being practical how to reprogram your next journey. Okay, and this is about what? 知命. Knowing your life, then follow your life, then change your life. And in the end, then you can say, my life is in my own hand. Understand that? That is what? That is very scientific, very practical saying, my life is in my own life, own hand. Otherwise you'll be philosophical, you say, I'm in control of my life. You don't. Understand that? We can always be philosophical, scientific, in a philosophical, psychological, say, I'm in control, but you really have no control. Understand? So, understand that today is my lecture. In the end, you will learn how to really control your life. Okay? So, thank you very much for joining. Thank you for tuning on online. Thank you. May Tao bless.